In this video, we are going to look at how to set a member up for Bank PAPs and how to post those PAPs. Pre-authorized payments, also known as PAPs, allow the club to set up payment plans to withdraw funds directly from a member's bank account. There are two ways to add a member to an existing Bank PAP interface. The first option is to navigate to Club Management, Processing, Pre-authorized Payments, and set up Bank PAPs. We are going to use the second option, which allows you to access the same setup menu directly from the member file by navigating to Club Management, Member File, Setup Edit Members, select your member, and click PAP Credit Cards. This method will only work if you have direct menu access to the Setup Bank PAPs program on your user ID's menu design. From here, we want to click the PAP Bank Payments button. To add a new PAP, select Add Another Pre-authorized Payment. From here, you want to start by entering a payment number, which will be used to determine the order of payments for this member. If different charge types, like house or dues, are being paid off separately or on different frequencies, they will require separate payment plans. Go ahead and click Enter. Next, you can enter a start and end date, which indicates the duration of the payment plan. The system will auto-generate long date ranges, which you can edit or leave as is. It is recommended to use dates far in the past and future. Set the frequency to determine how often the payment plan will be used, with options of weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. Optionally enter the maximum amount the club is authorized to process for this payment plan per bank run / based on the frequency. If there is no maximum limit that can be charged, just enter through the field, leaving it at 0, and the member will be charged what they owe. Use the charge type field to determine what kind of charges on the member's account will be picked up for the payment. Your options include all charges, dues only, which are charges done through member fee billing / dues, or house only. Select a business area if applicable. Enable hold payments if you would like to suspend this payment plan so that it will not be processed. If you notice a member's bank PAP has not processed, it would be a good idea to check to see if this field has been flagged. Optionally enter a minimum amount that will always be paid, regardless of the member's actual outstanding balance. Otherwise, you can enter through and leave this at 0. Use the credit balance field to force the PAP payment plan to draw enough from the member's bank account to maintain the specified credit balance on their statement. That is, the payment plan will take extra money from the member to ensure that they always have their credit balance specified. The system will never draw more than the maximum amount field specified here. If a minimum amount is specified, then that amount will take priority if it is larger than the amount specified in the credit balance field. Note that it is not recommended to use this option if the member has multiple payment plans. Optionally use notes 1 and 2 to add a memo. In the bank information section, enter the bank transit number, which is the member's 9-digit ABA RTN for US banks, or their account's 5-digit transit number, plus 3-digit bank institution number with no spaces for Canadian banks. And don't forget to enter the bank account number with a max of 20 digits. Note that for security, there are configurable settings to encrypt and mask bank information. If you would like to do so, please contact our support team for assistance. Depending on your bank PAP interface setup, enter the BIC, IBAN, or mandate code, and enable Is this a savings account as applicable. Once you've completed your setup, click OK to save. Now that the member is set up for bank PAPs, you can withdraw funds from their bank account and post payments directly to their member account. To do so, navigate to Club Management, Processing, Pre-authorized Payments, and Post Bank PAPs. If utilizing multi-banking, select the applicable bank code that the payments received will be posted to. Enter a PAP cutoff date. All charges owed up to this date will be withdrawn from the member's bank account. Next, set the update option. The update options include Preview Report and Create File, which will print an audit trail showing what will happen when the second update option is selected, and will also create a file for sending to the bank. Update Member Accounts using Preview Created File will print an audit trail and then post the pre-authorized payments to the member accounts. Test Run Only will create a file to send to the bank for testing. Confirm the payment date, which tells the bank when to take the money out of the member's account. Use the Process Only Payment Number field to specify a payment number. To post all payment numbers for all members, leave this field blank. Enable Based on Due Date to have the program choose member account transactions based on their due date rather than their invoice date. In the Member Option tab, select which members will have PAP payments processed for this posting. The default will be set to all members. In the Email tab, option Enable Send Email to send an email to each member making a payment in this posting. A member will only receive an email if they have an email address on file and are flagged for payment emails. This option will only be available if the club has set up the applicable Jmail parameters and letter designer as outlined on screen. Use the doc code for email body field to select the letter designer code, which will be used in the body of the payment received email. The first time a posting is made, the email subject line will default to the subject field specified in the Jmail parameters. This can be overridden here and cannot be left blank. Let's switch back to the General tab. Once you are ready to preview your posting, ensure the update option is set to Preview Report and Create File, then click Preview. After you have run the preview and created the file, there are two options for posting the PAPs. Your first option is to run the preview and then send that file to the bank. Then you can continue to update the PAP and post the payments. Later on, when you hear back from the bank, if any payments did not go through, you can reverse that payment out of the member's file by completing a reverse cash receipt. Your second option is to run the preview and send the file to the bank. Then you can wait to hear back from the bank, and instead of posting the file right away, you can wait to hear back from the bank. This way, no reversals are needed, but you do have to wait for the bank in order to post. If you choose this option, it is important not to make any adjustments to member accounts between the preview and posting of the batch. Regardless of which option you choose, save the file into the path/file name field. Once you are ready to post, switch your update option to Update Member Accounts using Preview Created File. Select a business area if applicable. Confirm the date of record, and optionally change the statement description. Then go ahead and click Post. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more how-to videos, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.